All right, welcome back. This is our 3-month fund call at ML Capital. We actually have a fund here. So it's not only an educational capital management fund, we do actually invest in projects. My name is Jack Millette.
And I'm Jack Lyon.
So let's hop into this. Let's see our holdings and how we're doing in the markets.
Thank you, Jack. Let's take a look at what companies we have been investing in. There's 5 in total, the first being Shopify. We also have Lululemon, Live Nation, Microsoft, and a Canadian bond. Now, we'd have a very diverse portfolio here. We have some tech stocks with Shopify and Microsoft, also exposed to different markets. We have the US market and Canadian market with Shopify. We are also exposed to the clothing industry with Lululemon and our golden ticket, Live Nation. This was our main investment thesis that the live entertainment industry is going to be doing very well this year, and we have been successful, as we're going to dive into. Lastly, our Canadian bond. That is just a cash equivalent that we're holding in case any opportunities arise that we want to jump in on. So let's get started.
Jumping right into Lulu and our trailing 3 months on it. It's been a rocky road, starting with a pop that we were very excited about, then essentially a flat line for a month or two, and then a recent absolute catastrophic drop from grace. Why is it? Well, it's not because of earnings, because earnings are up. Earnings are great. They're up, I think, 10%. Also, EPS is up. So you'd think, why is this dropping? It is all based on predictions. And remember, companies are valued on their present value of future cash flows. So when those predictions don't line up with the actual consensus of the company, you are going to see a drop in value. Essentially, what happened is the market thought that earnings for Lulu was going to be around 10.9 billion for 2024. And Lulu came out and said, you know what? A more reasonable number is actually going to be 10.7. So a $200 million hit there. But it's also a play for Lulu, right? Because they're now bringing expectations back 200 million. And hopefully they can actually capitalize on that and hit higher. And then maybe you'll see a pop in the future.
That's right. Thank you, Jack. Now let's move on to our hot stock, Live Nation. In the past 3 months, they are up 18.4%. They are doing fantastic. That's for 3 main reasons. The first is, as you can see in the middle of December, their earnings was released, and it was very optimistic, very positive. Revenue up 36% and operating income up 46% year on year. Fantastic earnings, and that always makes the stock price go up, typically also depending on predictions like Jack mentioned. Secondly, concerts are on the come up. As we all know, it is going into summertime. That means concerts are happening more frequently. Not only that, but the ticket prices are increasing. This is due to inflation and demand going up. More people want to see concerts. But people are still buying. Concerts are still being sold out. And Live Nation holds a monopoly on the industry, so they are profiting the most from this increase in demand and increase in ticket prices. Lastly, Live Nation now allows resellers to post on their platform, essentially double dipping on fees. They take the initial fee when the reseller purchases a ticket. Now they're getting another fee when they sell their ticket on the platform.
Shopify has kind of had the exact same story as Lulu in a lot of ways. It's been up and down. Every time we're checking the portfolio, it's either 5% up or 5% down. And right now it's sitting about minus 0.85% down, but we're kind of looking at that as just flat. And it's got the exact same skeleton, right? It's got revenue growth of 24% in the fourth quarter. Subscription solution revenues increased by 31% because of the amount of merchants. I'm sure you've seen it if you watch any podcast that Shopify is pushing, basically marketing through everyone they can to try and get new people on the platform selling. And it's working. More people are coming on, more people are selling. Shopify is taking a cut of that. But what happened is that Q1 Shopify expected 20% in the 20% range for growth. Really, it's a small step back. Even though 20% is great, it's not the 30% that was expected. So we're seeing that that drop off. But like we said, it's flat, and we're hoping that that'll come back up.
That's right. And lastly, we have Microsoft. Very, very hot US stock pick right now with AI being so successful. Microsoft is profiting. There's 2 main reasons their stock price is up 5.7% in the past 3 months. First being Adobe partnership. They are partnering with Adobe to bring more AI capabilities to Microsoft applications. We're talking about Photoshop, PowerPoint, Microsoft Word, and the hope is that by partnering with Adobe, they can bring more businesses to Microsoft platforms. This is because they can be more efficient while using AI. Secondly, they're also partnering with NVIDIA, major integrations of AI into the Microsoft platforms once again, and they're specifically targeting businesses. They want businesses to use Microsoft platforms, and they're hoping that by introducing these AI instruments, they're going to bring more businesses over. Also, just by partnering with NVIDIA, who's a very hot stock right now, just attaching their name, that's driving Microsoft stock price up.
Our smallest holding, XGB, which is just Canadian bonds at 5% of our portfolio. It's at 0%, but we love it. We love it. This is essentially just a cash equivalent. It's doing a little bit more than cash is, right? Because we're getting that 2.86% monthly dividend, but it's not growing at all. So, it's doing the job of cash with a little bit of interest on it. It's fine. We love it.
Yeah. And that wraps up our 3-month recap. Thank you guys very much for watching. Very, very bullish market, very bullish times. The market's up 11.75%. This is amazing growth. We're hoping your portfolios are up as well as ours, 5.25%. Like Jack mentioned, lots of ups and downs so far this year, but the main sentiment is a bull market. So thank you guys very much for watching, and we will see you in the next fund recap.
Take it easy, guys.